Hey, what's up you guys? It's Carson and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we get into this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, hit that little bell for notifications whenever I upload, and yeah, let's get into it. In today's video, I really wanted to talk about procrastination, and this is something I am really good at, which is a blessing and a curse because as a writer, procrastination and writing go together pretty much as well as peanut butter and jam. Or peanut butter and onions. You know what I mean? Like, writers are known to procrastinate to an unbelievable level. We will just sit there and we're like, oh, we're writing, and then get 10 sentences done for the whole day. In today's video, I actually wanted to help combat this, and I wanted to tell you some tips that I use personally to help with procrastination when it comes to my writing. First tip I have, find your own space to write in. Now for me, I have this office space that I curated out of my closet, which by the way, if you want to read about how I did this, first link in the description. It's great to have your own space when writing. I find it helps tune out the rest of the world. There's something about writing in solitude that is just so peaceful and relaxing that it doesn't feel like you're doing much work when you're writing. I don't know if that's just me, but you know, if you get what I'm saying, comment below, let me know. Number 2 is really important. Every 45 minutes, take a 5-minute break. Why do I say this? Because our brains can only focus for 45 minutes at a time before it starts to wander off. It's important to recalibrate your mind. Say, even just by standing up, or changing the lighting, or fixing your seating position, or drinking some water. It really does help in your writing process, and you get better work done that way. Number 3, log off your social media. Literally, put your phone and throw it into another room, throw it into another dimension. I don't really care. Get your phone out of the room. Social media is amazing for so many reasons, but when it comes to actually bunkering down and writing, honestly, it's just a distraction that you really don't need. Twitter has been the cause for me being delayed in my book. The number of hours I spend on Twitter, whether I am interacting with you guys or not, is absurd, and that needs to change like yesterday. If everything from 1 to 3 is not helping you in your writing, it's really time to consider number 4. What has you so preoccupied that you cannot write? Is it life stress? Is it not being inspired enough? Is it just simple writer's block? Start asking yourself these questions and figuring out the source of the problem. Maybe then you'll know how to fix it best for you personally. I know I had to do this for myself recently because as much as I've been inspired to film YouTube videos and to be more active on my social media, I have not been in any way inspired to write. I have not written any bit of my book in 3 weeks, and that is really upsetting to me. I really wanted to take this year to write my book, but I also know that where my passions are, if I focus there, it'll help me with my book. It's just writer's block I'm experiencing right now. I'm blocked in one area of creativity, but that does not mean that I am a bad writer or that I'm not doing a good enough job. Which leads to point number 5. You are not a bad writer for procrastinating. Everyone procrastinates, especially writers. It's like a known thing. You are not alone in that. It is okay to take a break. Which leads into my next point, which I completely lost count of at this point, so I guess I'm gonna have to count this out in editing. Hey, editing Carson. Take a break from your work in progress. Take a day off. That could literally fix everything. I know for me personally, I'm having a day off and I'm doing nothing. Like, I'm talking like I'm gonna watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm going to drink my tea, I'm not getting out of my pajamas, I'm gonna be laying in bed, it's gonna be beautiful. Focus your attention in other areas and return to your work in progress when you genuinely have passion there again. Sometimes that alone can fix everything. There is a hashtag on Twitter called writing community that has been extremely helpful for me personally, because there are so many amazing writers who use this hashtag to outsource other writers, to ask them questions about their work in progresses, things about their characters and about their story arcs and what pets they would like, and a trait that no one would assume. People ask such amazing questions, and it helps in story building, and it may help inspire your character to understand your character further. The more you understand your character, the easier it is to write from the perspective of that character. And if you know other writers in your real life, reach out to them as well, especially in a time of quarantine. Y'all can have a Zoom call and just write and give each other notes and share progress and all of that. It's amazing what technology can do for writers in the 21st century. But it's also important not to use that technology to procrastinate. I have one final tip for people that may help with their procrastination, just a tiny bit. But it's not going to help in necessarily your work in progress. Write something every single day, even if it has nothing to do with what you're working on. You get a better sense of where you are at mentally, and it may inspire you to go in another direction with your book, one that you wouldn't have even thought about if you did not write that small little sentence on the back of a napkin that you got at Denny's. That may have been a real life example. But with that being said, those are my tips. And if you use these tips or have used these tips and they've helped you, comment down below. If you have any other tips that may help anyone else, comment them down below too. Let's have a discussion. Bye guys.